Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Greenfoot Energy Center Pad D, for today's Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League matchup between the visiting Western Hurricanes and the hometown Bedford Bandits. The Bandits sit at 4th place in the standings, 14 wins, 8 losses, good enough for 42 points. On the other side for the visitors, the Western Hurricanes, 4th, 16-0, good enough for 12 points, and 9th place in the standings. So we get set to go here, referee to center ice. We head into the opening frame here this evening. Tied up off the draw. Now that one gets sent down by the Bandits. Down low now, it's going to be picked up by Ferguson for the Hurricanes around the boards. Now a good battle there against the wall, tied up. Bit of a hack there along the boards. Now Corkum will pick it up, tied up on the play. Now here's Corkum who picks it up. Tries to pass that one up to Dimmel just wide, and that'll go down for icing on the play. We'll get our first stoppage of play, just 14:38 into this one. Left to go in the first period, sorry. The Bandits are coming off a 6-4 win at Valley last Sunday, and they play again tomorrow versus the Novas at bright and early at 9:45 in the morning. The Hurricanes also play tomorrow morning versus the Rangers at home. Hurricanes are coming off a 3-1 win versus the Rage on January 24th. That's the last time this team has played after 2 canceled games last weekend. Now here come the Hurricanes on the attack, pass by. The Hurricanes just goes wide. Now Doucette out of his crease to play the puck. Now to the corner. Bandits have it kept in by the Hurricanes. Now the Bandits pick it up in their own slot up to Burke. Now here comes Maddox Burke, the leading scorer for the Bandits, walking his way in. Toe drag. The shot there gets deflected by Corkum and up into the protective netting now with 14:09 to go in the first. Chase Corkum for this Western Hurricanes team is going to have himself a busy evening, after this game. He has to head to the Dartmouth Zatzman Sportsplex to play game number 1 with the UPS Stores South Shore Mustangs. So it'll be a late night, early morning for him with the game tomorrow morning. So we'll see how that plays a factor in this game. Now back to the point. Hayes can't hold the line. Now loose puck race coming in front of the Bandit bench. Bennett trying to work his way in, ties him up along the boards, now crashing into the corner. D'Entremont down low, tries to pick up the loose puck as he does, tries to send it out in front, pass gets blocked. Now it's picked up by the Bandits, cleared away. Hughes tries to jam that one up, now broken up by the Bandits, delayed offside on the Bandits now. Now the Hurricanes have it, skating this one up through. It's Martin Blin, skating this one up to the red line, fires that one on net to Doucette. He decides to hang on to it and to get the stoppage of play. Another stoppage of play, 1:37 into this first period. 1-0 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Still no score in this one. Linesman gets set to drop the puck there. Santo in for the draw for the Hurricanes. It's won by the Bandits. Here they come, skating this one up through to the left side in front of the penalty box. Taking a hit on the play is O'Hearn. That's broken up by the Hurricanes, but now picked up by Lebucky. Now that one gets fired in by the Bandits right into the chest of Joseph McMullen, and he elects not to play that one. Another stoppage of play here. Ozone faceoff coming up here for the Bedford Bandits early into this first period of play. Linesman directing traffic on that far side as the puck is dropped. Going forward off it is the Hurricanes, but now picked up by Lebucky and fired back in. Hard hit off the boards that time. Corkum will play this one up to Dion. Dion takes a bump. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Here they come, skiing this one up through the left side. Santo puts on the brakes, still with it. A shot on goal, punched away by Doucette. Rebound now, caught up in the slot. Comes wide, broken up on the play by Corkum. Into the corner, the Bandits have it sent around. Now the Hurricanes give it a bump on the play that time. Bandits send this one around the boards. And here they come, skiing this one up through. It's Lebucky over to his right. Can't hang on to it cleanly, able to get it back though. Now Knock gives him a hit into the boards there. That's picked up by the Bandits once again. Sent out in front, broken up. No one there to touch it actually. Now Lebucky with it. Lebucky works it down low behind the net. Takes a hit on the play. Lebucky still with it though. Knock gives him a bump as he releases that pass, and it's taken away by Corkum. Now broken up once again. Hurricanes pick it up. It's Hosen. He'll fire that one in just over the red line. Now Doucette out of his crease to play the puck. He'll play this one aside to the right. Hosen down low has it. Hosen battling there into the corner. Down low. Chambers trying to work his way in. Now it's picked up by the Bandits as they have it. Passed up the right side. Hung on to by the Bandits. Passed up through. Broken up by Blinn. Martello Blinn. Bank feeds this one up to Hosen, but it's picked off by the Bandits, and that one goes the length of the ice. Down low for Ferguson. Ferguson fires this one up through to the left side. Chambers will chip that one down. Now down low, it's picked up by the Bandits. Mishandling that one. Dimmel will come in and pick up the puck. Shot on goal that time. Now it's picked up by Tenwold off the rebound. Henrik Tenwold works it back to the blue line for Blinn. Martin Blinn has shot that time off a deflection. Stop at the goaltender. Rebound now. And Doucette able to get the whistle. 11:21 to go in the first. 4-1 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Ozone faceoff coming up for the Hurricanes. Faceoff will go to the left of Doucette. Tenwold in for the draw for the Hurricanes as we get set to begin action once again. Off the draw, the Hurricanes fire that one in. Doesn't go too far as Harris will play this one up. Now it's picked off by the Hurricanes. Broken up on the far side along the wall there. Broken up once again. Now a chance coming for the Hurricanes. Taken right back by the Bandits though. Poked away. Now down low. Sent around the boards by the Bandits. Now Knock will come in. Tries to send that one in as he takes a hit on the play. Dimmel still fighting for possession. Now it's passed up for the Bandits. Here they come on the attack. Wynot almost took that one right away. It'll work forward off it. Is a yacht. Now down low. It's picked up by Knock. Sent around the boards to Dimmel. Dimmel with it now. Passes this one up through. Now a chance coming here for the Western Hurricanes as Wynot will fire that one in deep. Down low, Tenwold will be the first to that loose puck as he tries to knock his man off of it, but loses the puck battle. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Broken up by Hughes on the play. Now the Bandits with it. Passed up through. Nearly picked up by Hughes. Icing waved off on the play. Now the Hurricanes with it. Putting on the brakes. Fires this one over far side. McKenzie with it. McKenzie drops this one back. Reaches the goaltender. McMullen lost track of that one. Now passed up through. Broken up on the play. Now it's picked up by Hayes who fires that one cross ice. And the Bandits trying to work off it. They'll fire it down low. Now the Bandits with it along the boards trying to split the D that time. Tripped up on the play and we'll get a penalty coming here. Sent out in front once again. Now it'll be touched up on by the Western Hurricanes here and we'll get a penalty. It's going to be Kellen Ferguson to the box for the Western Hurricanes for tripping. So a great opportunity here for the Bedford Bandits to strike first as they head to the power play here. Sorry, it's Dallas Bennett to the box. Now the linesman gets set to drop the puck there. So we're off. Off the draw, it's tied up. One back by the Bandits. Sent over. Burke walks in with a shot. Backdoor shot, they score! Nathan McLean on the doorstep puts home his 4th of the season on the power play, just 6 seconds into the man advantage. And it's the captain, McLean, leading the way. And the Bandits take a 1-0 lead on their second shot of the hockey game. Referee now to center ice. As we're off one more time, it's one back by the Bandits once again. Lebucky up to Young now. Young's met by Blinn. Now a good battle there in front of the penalty box. It's brought back for the Bandits as they have it. Tries to shake Dion off of him. Now passed up to Young. Young passes him across ice. Broken up by Santo, but can't hang on to it cleanly. Now it's picked up by Churchill once again. Now it gets blown down for ice offside, sorry. Face-off will go far side across from the Western Hurricanes bench. With 9:29 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Bandits your score. Puck drop now as we're off. One back by the Hurricanes. Now for Blinn up the right side. Finds Dimmel with it. Bear Dimmel trying to walk his way in. Can't hang on to it cleanly still. Now it's broken up once again. Shot on goal from Wynot. That one just goes wide of the net. Off the side of the net. Somehow stays out of the net. And still battling there in front of the net. And that one somehow just stays out. The Hurricanes with a great opportunity to answer right back, but Jerome Doucette in goal says no. 9:12 left to go here in this opening frame. Ozone face-off coming up here for the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now. Face-off infraction called on the Western Hurricanes here. So we'll get a new centerman in now as Wynot will now come in for the draw. Linesman drops the puck as we're off. Now one back for Canuck. Canuck through traffic. That one just goes wide, looking for the deflection in front. Now Hughes takes a hit along the boards there, still fighting for possession. Tenwold in there to help him out. Now into the corner, battling. Tenwold ties up his man. Hit there on the play. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Up the left side, they'll pass this one up. Now a chance coming the other way for Smith. Smith trying to walk his way in. Pass over that time, gets picked off through the lane. Now Dimmel tries to work this one up. A hip check there in front of the Hurricane bench. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Passed up through. Able to get a deflection on it. Tenwold will skate for the loose puck into the corner now. Tenwold trying to circle around the defender that time. Now Dimmel will walk in down low. He picks up the loose puck. Still battling. Dimmel on the side of the net. Shot stopped by the goaltender. Rebound. What a save by Jerome Doucette. Going the other way. That one will get fired in by Canuck. Now broken up once again. Dimmel will try and work this one up. That one will get fired in by the Bandits. Stopped by McMullen. Now it's played aside. Can't hang on to it cleanly. Camus breaks it up. Jackson Camus tries to walk in, puts on the brakes. Along the boards, fires that one over. It's out of reach. Ayot will now pick up the loose puck. Ayot behind the net. Back to Parsons now. Parsons fires far side. Shot on goal that time. Goes wide of the net. Now it's picked up by Ayot. Ayot takes a hit from Canuck on the play. Down low. The Bandits with it. Tries to jam it out in front. Parsons will walk in. A shot that time. Stopped by McMullen. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. They have it along the half wall. Shot on goal that time. McMullen watches that one the whole way in. .7:39 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Bandits your score, though 8-5. The shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Linesman drops the puck as we're off. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Backhand shot that time. Clogged up before it reached McMullen. Now up to Churchill. Churchill tries to work that one over. Now broken up. Here's O'Coin. O'Coin a shot that time. Stopped by McMullen. Another O-zone face-off coming up here for the Bedford Bandits to the right of McMullen. Linesman gets set to drop the puck here as we're off the draw now. It's one back, now picked up by Blinn. Martin Blinn picks it up along the boards now. Can't get a clean poke on that one. Now here's Churchill. Picked up by the Bandits. Now here's Lebucky. Lebucky fired in deep. Hit there from Santo. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Work down low. Sent out in front. Broken up on the doorstep there. McMullen comes sprawling out, looking to get the whistle, but can't hang on to it. Now Lebucky fires over far side. That one goes high off the glass. Picked up by the Hurricanes now as they try and skate this one up as they do. Pass to Dion just off the mark, though. Now it's picked up by Lebucky once again. For the Bandits, here comes Lebucky with speed. Up the right side, trying to work his way in now. Corkum meets him there along the boards, gives him a hit. Now it's picked up. Now here comes Bear Dimmel up the right side. Dimmel tries to work it up, still with it. Dimmel. That one gets fired around the boards. Still with it, though. Down low, Dimmel back to Corkum at the point. Corkum, low point area, shot through. That one goes wide of the net. Now it's picked up by Tenwold off the rebound. Henrik Tenwold sends over far side for Corkum, and his stick snaps. Now here's Dimmel. Dimmel trying to work his way in. Pass over that time gets blocked. Now the Bandits have it. Pass nearly broken up, but now picked up by Burke. Burke skates this one in. Broken up on the doorstep, cleared away now. Sent in by Chandler. Battling along the board still. Hit on the play that time. Canuck can't pick up the loose puck after he knocked him off of it. Now comes out to center ice. The Bandits with it, able to work this one over to Hayes. Hayes over the red line now. That one gets fired in. Just goes wide of McMullen. Loose puck race now to the corner. Ferguson meets him there. Ferguson tries to win that puck battle as he is able to at least work it around the boards. Passed over, caught up in the lane. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold has Lucas with him. Tenwold still skating this one up through. Tenwold trying to work his way in. Shot there, stopped by Doucette. Rebound now, cleared away by the Bandits. Now picked up by Canuck. Canuck fires that one over. Able to be sent back in by Ferguson. Now to the corner. Broken up once again. Now picked up by the Hurricanes. Down low, Chambers battling with his man. Now working it up is the Bandits. They have it, passed up through. Able to connect. Now a chance. That one gets fired in by the Bandits. Now a loose puck race. It will be picked up by Canuck of the Hurricanes. Sent around the boards. Lucas has it. He takes a huge hit there into the corner. Passed up now for the Hurricanes. Hosen can't hang on to it cleanly. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes as they work that one up to Hosen once again. Mateo Hosen trying to work his way in, puts on the brakes, tries to find his man at the point. It's Hughes. Hughes back to Hosen. Now the Hurricanes with it. Bit of a miscommunication that time between Hosen and Chambers. Now Blinn tries to work that one down low. Still tangled up at the red line. Now a chance going for Hosen. Once again, a huge hit in open ice. Now here come the Bedford Bandits, getting this one up through. Up the right side, trying to work to the front of the net. Shot that time, goes wide of the net. Now tied up once again. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Here's Martin Blinn. Blinn skating this one up through. Out of his position as a defenseman. Blinn trying to work his way in. Beautiful move. Just a little out of reach. Out in front that time. His shot goes high of the net. Bennett works it down low to Donchmont. Out in front again. Shot whiffed on from McKenzie. He lays a hit there into the corner. Kept in by Blinn. Now a shot on goal that time. Broken up once again. In the slot. Shot that time from Donchmont. Stopped by Doucette. Now it's back. Can't be kept in by Hughes. Hughes has Blinn as he's able to work it over there. Trying to catch Bedford on the change, fired in. That one right into the glove of Doucette, and he'll opt for the whistle with 3:52 to go in the first period. 9-6 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes, though 1-0 Bandits your score. O-zone faceoff coming up now for the Western Hurricanes as they've been applying some pressure in the O-zone. Still can't get anything out of it. Down low now, it's picked up by the Bandits. Passed up through on the play, now picked up by Corkum. That's picked up by Dimmel. Dimmel, the captain of this Hurricanes team, trying to work his way in. Dimmel now, still with it. Back to Corkum at the point. Corkum with a new stick, shot that time right into the trapper of Doucette. We'll get a stoppage of play. A penalty coming to the Bedford Bandits here for hooking. So Joseph Ayotte to the box for the Bedford Bandits for hooking on the play. So it'll be an O-zone face-off coming up for the Western Hurricanes as they head to the man advantage, and we'll see if they can strike on their power play just like the Bandits did. Linesman drops the puck now. One back by the Hurricanes. Miscommunication that time. Wynot can't hold the line. Loose puck race now. One by the Bandits. Tied up, though, by Wynot. Wynot works it down low to Canuck. Alex Canuck behind the net. Looking to set things up. Canuck fires it over to Wynot. Colton Wynot now passes over to Dimmel. Dimmel has it still. Passed up, staying on side is Tenwold. Tenwold tries to dish that one off to Donchmont. Donchmont into the corner still. Dimmel works his way in. Dimmel to the front of the net that time. Gets it poked away from him. Now back to Canuck. Canuck dishes this one off to Dimmel. Dimmel shot on goal that time off a deflection. Stopped by Doucette. Now picked up by the Hurricanes. Can't be hung on to by Tenwold that time. He'll pass that one over. Deflected at the blue line that time. We're going to stoppage of play now. I believe they called offside on the play. So this one will go over far side across from the Hurricane bench. With 2:47 to go in the period, 1:14 left on the man advantage for the Western Hurricanes. They lead in the shots 11-6. Bedford leads it in the most important compartment. That's the goal scoring, 1-0. As the linesman falls to the ice that time, he's able to work it back up on his own feet. Now the Hurricanes with it behind their own goaltender. They'll skate this one up through. Blinn dishes it off to his left. Now skating this one up the left side as Corkum fires it in. Now along the boards, hit on the play. Now kept in by Blinn. Blinn fires over far side. Now a chance shot that time from Corkum, stopped by the goaltender. Corkum will come in that time, pinch in. Now it's cleared away by the Bandits. McMullen's going to come out of his crease to play the puck. Able to work it up right away. Blinn able to work it back. Martin Blinn skating this one up. Up the gut of the ice. Fires it over far side to Corkum. Chase Corkum able to fire that one in deep. Now it's picked up by Bennett, back to Dion. Dion back to Bennett. Dallas Bennett works it down low on the side of the net, out in front. Shot on goal that time, tied up once again. Bennett has it still. Bennett back to Blinn at the blue line. Just barely able to hold the line that time. Now it's picked up by the Bandits, and they'll clear the puck that time. Now in the neutral zone, it's picked up by Blinn. Fired over far side. Corkum's going to pick up the loose puck. So we're back to even strength now as Ayotte's out of the box. Now it's picked up by the Bandits as they have it. Up the right side now. On the attack is the Bandits, able to drop this one off, working their way in. A shot, or a pass over, sorry, that just goes wide. Now a chance for the Hurricanes as Dimmel has it. Possible 3-on-2 with a man back coming for the Bandits. Dimmel with it, out in front, shot that time, stopped by the goaltender. Rebound now, that one just goes wide of the goaltender. Now it's picked up by the Bandits as we're in the final minute of play here. Sent over here, the Bandits up the right side, passed up now. Now over once again, Burke over to Camus now. That one just hit a reach, able to circle back and grab it. Now it's picked up down low. Sent around the boards now. Why not able to get a chip on it? Looks like it's not going to be icing on the play. Now to the corner, the Hurricanes have it. Shot on goal that time off the post. Tenwold with it. Able to get by his man. Tenwold still with it. Henrik Tenwold, 30 seconds to go in the period. Back to Hughes. Hughes, a shot that time, stopped by the goaltender. Rebound cleared away to the corner. Hit there on the play by the Bandits. Now a shot that time for the point for Ferguson. Rebound in front. Loose puck caught in the feet of Tenwold. Now around the boards now. Into the corner. Trying to leap over his man. 11 seconds to go. Ferguson, another shot stopped by the goaltender. Just goes wide off the rebound. Now Hughes keep this one in. Hughes trying to jam it down low. His time's about to expire. Tenwold works it on now. A shot there from Chambers at the buzzer, and that one will just go wide. After one period of completed hockey action here on High Button Sports, 1-0 Bandits, your score 17-6. The shots in favor of the Hurricanes. We'll take a brief break in the action. We'll be right back here for the second period of play. Alrighty, hockey fans, my name's Easton Schuh from High Button Sports. Welcome you back in for the second period of play in today's Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League game between the visiting Western Hurricanes and the hometown Bedford Bandits. 1-0 your Bandits. The score, 17-6. The shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Face-off is won by the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes had a slow start. That's what led Bedford to scoring just 6 seconds into the power play. But the Hurricanes really built some momentum there to the end of the period. Just couldn't find one home. Now on the doorstep, Doucette able to stop the puck. Chance going the other way. A hit there, an open ice from Bennett. Brings him down to the ice. Now a chance for Canuck. Canuck trying to walk his way in. Alex Canuck, the defenseman, a shot that time. Stopped by Doucette behind the net. On the side of the net. Now Canuck out in front. One timer on the side of the net. Still loose there. Can't put it home. Now behind the net, the Bandits have it. The Hurricanes just can't buy a bounce. In this one, Canuck will tee it up. Deflection from Dontremont makes it go wide of the net. Corkum will fire that one in deep. Hit on the play. Dontremont down low out in front. One timer that time from Bennett. Now into the corner. Harris around the boards. Now Corkum's going to pick it up. Fired in down low. Now Dontremont takes a bump on the play. At the left side here, the Bandits with it. Trying to find someone cross ice as they do. Smith trying to work his way in. Smith immediately met by Canuck as he's trying to hold him up that time. Now Corkum will fire that one around the boards for the Western Hurricanes. Picked up by Robertson now. Shot that time. Got a piece of McMullen. Now it's picked up by the Bandits once again. Hit on the play that time. Now here come the Hurricanes. Passed up through. Now it's picked up by Robertson once again. Down low. That's picked up by Corkum. Chase Corkum around the boards. Trying to find McKenzie as he does. Carson McKenzie beats his man. Now here's McKenzie. Tries to dump it in, but now picked up by Robertson. Robertson takes a bump on the play. Tied up along the boards, passed up through. That one just goes wide. Icing waved off on the play as it was tipped. Now Canuck able to work this one up. Now picked up by the Bandits once again. They try and work their way in. Sent over once again. Stewart picks it up now out in front, far side. Now Lubucky with it. Lubucky around the boards. That's picked up by Stewart as he takes a hit on the play. Now here's Cameron. Cameron trying to work his way in. A shot that time. Goes wide of the net. Rebound now on the side of the net. Now a chance for the Hurricanes to clear the zone. Unable to, though. Finally able to get it back. The Hurricanes have it. They'll skate this one up. Sent in by McKenzie. Now down low for Robertson. Along the boards now. Here come the Bandits. Trying to skate this one up through. So they have it. Over the blue line now. Lubucky drops that one over. Shot on goal that time. A great chance. Stopped by McMullen. Passed up through to Dimmel. Almost connected with him right away. Fired back in. An offside called on the play. 17:22 to go here in the second period. 1-0 Bandits. Your score 21-7. The shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Linesman drops the puck now as we're off the draw now. It's picked up by the Bandits as they skate this one up through. It's Camus. Camus a shot that time, stopped by McMullen. Now here come the Western Hurricanes. Looking to work this one up. Why not? Gives them a bump on the play. Passed up through now for the Bandits on the attack. Sent over to Ayotte. Ayotte will pick it up now. Trying to work his way in. Shot on goal that time. What a save by Joseph McMullen with the stick. Wow, what a beautiful save on the play. Now that one will go wide of the net. Now Dimmel has it. Dimmel up the right side. Tenwold skating for the loose puck as icing is called on the play. And it looked like Tenwold beat him to that loose puck, but icing still called. So an O-zone faceoff coming up once again for the Bedford Bandits. Linesman drops the puck as we're off. Dimmel tries to work it up. Dimmel pokes it away once again. Now to center ice. It's picked up by the Bandits. They have it. It's Parsons. Parsons in his own end still. Passes this one up. Broke it up on the play by Tenwold as he gives him a hit into the boards. Now Dimmel down low out in front to Chambers. Chambers off the backhand just goes wide. Ferguson comes into the corner. Now down low for Chambers. Chambers with it. Still battling along the boards there. Tenwold with it. Tenwold gives him a bump. Or takes a bump, sorry. Now picked up by the Bandits. They'll skate this one up the left side. Working their way in. Now a chance for the Bandits. Broken up on the play just before they reach the front of the net. Now Tenwold's going to pick up the loose puck. Henrik Tenwold passes cross ice. Picked up by Blinn. Martin Blinn will fire that one in. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Into the corner, sent around the boards. Now Corkum with it at the point. Able to jam it down low. Hosen into the slot now. Back to the point. Sent in off the deflection from Hosen. Now hit there into the corner. Brings him down to the ice. Now battling still. Now it's picked up by Hosen. Hosen backhand shot that time. Goes wide. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Ref kind of caught up Lucas that time. And now a chance going the other way for the Bedford Bandits as they walk their way in. Poked away. And McMullen will reach out with the trapper to get the stoppage of play. O-zone faceoff coming up here for the Bedford Bandits with 15:18 left to go in the second period. 22-11, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. So we're off once again. Down low. It's picked up by Hughes. He'll send it around the boards. Tries to find Bennett. Broken up on the play, though. Now here's Camus. Now picked up by the Western Hurricanes once again. They'll skate this one up through. Staying on side. Shot there by Corkum. Caught up. Now Bennett can't get a shot off. Now it's picked up by the Bedford Bandits as they skate this one up. Now picked up by the Hurricanes and fired back in. And icing called on the play. Just over a quarter of the way through this middle frame. 1-0 the Bandits, still the score. And Piers sets nets off on the far side of the ice. Linesman fixes it. Now we'll have our O-zone face-off for the Bandits. Linesman drops the puck as we're off. It's won back by the Bandits. Kept it at the blue line. Now to Robertson. Robertson has shot that time. Stopped by McMullen. Rebound cleared away to the corner. Now the Hurricanes pass this one up through. Hit by McKenzie on the play. Now picked up by Camus. Sent over far side. Passes whiffed on. Donchermont gives Lebucky a hit there. Now to the corner. Hughes knocks Smith off the puck. Now broken up on the play once again. Sent out in front. Now it just goes wide. At the blue line now. Lebucky with it. Trying to work his way in. Allen gets poked away. Now here's Robertson. Robertson with it. In his own end. Pass over that time. Gets broken up on the play. Lebucky passes it up. Broken up once again. That one goes high off the glass. Just over Stewart's head. Now down low. Corcom's going to pick up the loose puck. Send it around the board. Now here's Bennett. Bennett. That one gets poked away. Once again, now the Bandits pick it up in their own end. Putting on the brakes that time. Turning the other way. Now a chance going for the Bedford Bandits up the left side. Avoiding a hit from Dion on the play. Now a chance walking his way in. Able to dish it off to O'Hearn. O'Hearn at the blue line area. Still with it. Gets it poked away from him. Now a chance going the other way for the Western Hurricanes. Now the Hurricanes able to come up with the loose puck. They'll fire that one in. It gets blocked right away. Staying on side is Dion. Played aside. And that one finds the back of the net. Doucette played it aside, but went off the post and found the back of the net. And the Western Hurricanes have evened this game up at one apiece off the stick of Brex Dion, putting home his 4th of the season. And just a tough bounce from Jerome Doucette's stick on the play, as he's made plenty of saves so far, as he's faced 23 shots, only let in 1. But a tough break for him that time as Dion will work this one back over. Dion gets it back. Brex Dion skating this one up through. Dion, that one gets poked away from him. Now the Bandits able to skate this one up the left side. Fired in. Played aside by McMullen. Now it's picked up by Canuck. Now that one gets cleared away. Now it'll get fired in down low. That one banks off the side of the net. Played aside by McMullen. Now the Hurricanes with it. That one gets banked off the boards. Now here's Churchill. Churchill with it. Passed up. Able to get it over finally. Now Martin Blinn able to skate this one up through. Blinn on the attack. Fires that one in. Now Ferguson will come in. Fire it down. Down low. Here's Parsons with it. Parsons around the boards. The Bandits with it in their own end. Still trying to set up an offense to break out of. Now here's Ayotte. Ayotte passes this one up through. Now a chance trying to work their way in. The front of the net that time gets clogged up by Corkum. Now sent around the boards once again by the Hurricanes. Now it's picked up down low by Corkum. Chase Corkum now up the right side. Pass is connected on. Passed up now once again. Now here are the Bandits with it. Down low now it's going to be picked up by Ferguson around the boards. That's picked up by the Bandits. Shot on goal that time just goes wide. Hit there on the play once again. Down low, Santo knocks him off the puck. Ferguson tries to work it up the boards. Shot on goal from Harris that time. Hits off the skate. Why not? Can't hang on to it cleanly. Now sent over for the Bandits. We're trying to work it down low. Here's Ayotte. Ayotte gets knocked off the puck. Down low, that one will get flipped up. Out to center ice. Now it's picked up by Harris. Harris with it in his own end. Passed up through to the left side. Here's a chance going for the Bedford Bandits on the attack. Sent over. That one just goes wide. Now down low. Sent out in front. That one can't be hung on too cleanly. Now chance going the other way for Bear Dimmel of the Western Hurricanes. That one gets poked away from him. Now a chance going for the Bedford Bandits once again. It's Camus. Jackson Camus trying to walk his way in. Camus to the front of the net. Shot that time. And that one goes up into the protective netting. Gets stuck up there with 11:09 to go in the second period. 1-1 your score. 24-12 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Now the linesman gets set to drop the puck here on this O-zone face-off. So we're off once again. Now Blinn, Martin Blinn. That one goes high off the glass. Picked up by Bennett now. Dallas Bennett tries to work this one up through. That one gets fired in over the red line. Now it's picked up along the boards, broken up on the play, sent out in front, down low. Here's Donchmont. Donchmont sends it out in front Picked off on the doorstep by the Bandits. Now picked up by Bennett. Fired on net. Rebound now for D'Antoine. What a save by Jerome Doucette. Absolutely robbing Chase D'Antoine on the side of the net. And a beautiful save from Jerome Doucette on the play prevents the Hurricanes from taking the lead. Face-off is won back by Hosen, kept in by Corkum. Corkum fired on net, punched away by the goaltender in the slot now. It's picked up by the Bandits. Here they come on the attack. Chandler trying to work his way in. Enzo Chandler passes it over into the slot, able to work it over once again. Backhand now. That one gets broken up by Hosen. Now to Lucas. Lucas tries to work it up, able to work it up to Chambers. Lucas still can't pick up that loose puck. Fired in by the Bandits once again into the corner. Canuck will pick up the loose puck for the Hurricanes. Now taken away by the Bandits, tied up in the corner, back to the blue line. The Bedford Bandits with possession. Still riding that blue line, shot and through off a deflection. Goes high off the glass, now out into the slot. That one kept in at the low point area by Labucky. Labucky beats his man. Labucky still with it behind the net now. Labucky tries to work it back to Robertson as he does. Robertson walks in a shot that time, goes off his own teammate skate and goes up into the air. Now to the corner. The Bandits with it on the side of the net. McMullen able to clever it up now with a 9:50 to go in the second period. Just under the halfway point in this second period of play. 25-12, the shots that favor the Hurricanes. 1-1 score here on High Button Sports. Puck drop now as we're off. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes in their own end. Around the boards, picked up by the Bandits. Out in front, shot that time. This goes wide, now picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Here they come, passed up through for the Hurricanes. Here they come. Dion with it. Dion shot on goal that time, kicked away by Doucette. That's picked up by Hughes as he sends it in. Now it's picked up by the Bandits, passed up through, broken up on the play. Still can't pick it up cleanly though. It's Ferguson now picked up by the Bandits as Camus has it. Camus sends it out in front, tries to find his man back door, can't get it there though. Now it's sent out in front into the slot. Now a shot stopped by McMullen. That one might have went wide. It looked like McMullen punched that one away. Now Ferguson gets spun around there into the corner. Now it's picked up by Churchill. Off the boards that time, can't hang on to it. Stick goes flying up into the air. Now a chance, passed up through. Here come the Western Hurricanes, 2-on-1 going the other way. And a penalty coming here away from the play by the Western Hurricanes. So Xander Churchill picks up an interference penalty away from the play. Not sure where that's coming from. .55 now to go here in the second period. 1-1 hockey game here. So the Bandits are perfect on their power play, 1 for 1 on the evening. And they'll look to capitalize once again. Now it's one back for the Bandits as they have it. Sent over to Camus at the blue line. Camus able to work it down low. Picked up once again by the Bandits into the corner. Back to the point for Robertson. Robertson able to work that one over. Now back to the point for Robertson. Robertson sends it over. Low point, sent back over. Sent over far side once again. Now it's picked up by Burke. It'll shake off Dimmel off his back. Now backhand shot that time. 5-hole tied up, and that one stays out of the back of the net. .8:26 to go here in the second period. 1:31 to go here. On the man advantage for the Bedford Bandits. 26-16, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Ozone face-off coming up once again for the Bedford Bandits. Off the draw now, tied up. Down low, here's Ferguson. Ferguson able to clear that puck the full length of the ice. Now Doucette plays this one aside. Now here the Bandits with it. Up the right side, passes it over to the left. Now a chance for the Bandits, working their way in. to the side of the net, now out in front. Now it's picked up by D'Entremont and cleared away. Now a minute to go on the man advantage for the Bedford Bandits. They look to set up a breakout here. So they're still on the power play. Passed over. Now the Bandits able to work this one up. Now a chance for Camus. Camus trying to work it down low. Camus still with puck possession. Sent out far side near the faceoff circle. Shot that time and stopped by McMullen. Ferguson got cross-checked right in the numbers there, but no call after the play was over. 7:34 to go here in the second period. 1-1 hockey game here. 39 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Bandits. So they have an O-zone face-off coming up to the right of the goaltender, Joseph McMullen. Now back, picked up by the Bandits. Shot on goal that time, stopped by McMullen, and he'll get another stoppage play here. Just under 7.5 minutes left to play now in the period. Linesman drops the puck now as we're off. Brought back to the point. Now along the boards near the top of the face-off circle. Now brought back. Here's Lebucky now at the point. Lebucky shot on goal that time, goes wide in the net. Now it's picked up along the boards for Chandler. Enzo Chandler trying to work his way in. Shot on goal that time, stopped by McMullen. Rebound now picked up by Chandler. Sent out in front, now picked off by Dimmel. Bear Dimmel shorthanded. He'll just decide to clear the puck. 8 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the Bandits. Now back to even strength. The Bandits have it, skating this one up. Lebucky has it, pass broken up on the play. Now a chance for the Western Hurricanes out in front to Bennett. Dallas Bennett all alone with Doucette to the forehand. And what a save by Jerome Doucette once again. Playing a phenomenal hockey game between the pipes for the Bedford Bandits. .6:43 left to go here in the second period. 26-19, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. 1-1 hockey game here on High Button Sports. One back by the Hurricanes now. They have it along the half wall now. Sent out in front off a deflection. That one just goes wide. Now picked up by the Bandits along the boards. Immediately met with body contact there. Now the Bandits pass this one up, broken up now. D'Entremont has it, sent over. Shot on goal that time, goes high off the glass. Now D'Entremont will sweep in, picks it up out in front now. Shot stopped by the goaltender. Rebound now picked up by the Bandits. Here they come, skating this one up, broken up on the play. Now here's a chance. Blinn able to bank that one off the wall. Doesn't work out in his favor. Blinn able to work it back. Once again, cleared the zone by the Bandits. Now able to work it up once again. Puck finally comes free. The Hurricanes have possession of it. Now taken away by the Bandits. Here's a chance, 2-on-1. That one gets broken up on the play by Alex Knock. As he falls down to the ice on the play. Hit there from Blinn as he's getting held. Now a chance up the left side by McKenzie. And flies Harris into his own bench, Now behind the net, D'Entremont has it. Out in front now on the side of the net, picked up by the Bandits. Now that one will take a weird bounce off the sanction that time. Now up the left side, here come the Bedford Bandits with a chance. Trying to swing the momentum in their favor now. Shot there, caught up in the slot, broken up. Once again, now a chance going the other way for the Western Hurricanes now. It's Dimmel. Bear Dimmel walking his way in, a shot that time. Goes off the skate of the body in front. Now here's Camus. Camus has one out right on him. Now it's picked up by the Bandits once again. Passed up through, kept in by Dimmel. Dimmel trying to work his way in down low. Dimmel able to get it back. Trying to find Corkum. Doesn't get it now. Down low for Tenwold. Tenwold trying to work it out in front. Still battling there along the boards. Trying to work it back to the point. Kept in. Now caught up in the feet. Now a chance going the other way for the Bedford Bandits as they have no numbers in their favor. As Corkum able to disrupt that play. Passed up through. That's picked up by the Western Hurricanes once again. Up to Tenwold now. That one goes off a skate. Caught up now. Battled in front of the Bandit bench. Far side now, picked up by the Hurricanes. Can't be held on cleanly at the blue line by Camus. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Tenwold trying to work his way in, Now it's kept in at the blue line just barely. Ferguson able to jam it down low to help out Lucas. Tenwold with it. Able to work that one over. Shot that time. Stopped by the goaltender. Up into the protective netting now. Over 3/4 of the way through the second period of action here. High Button Sports 1-1 your score. 30-19 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Ozone face-off coming up here in favor of the Hurricanes. Face-off infraction called on the Bedford Bandits now, so a new centerman will come in. Now the Hurricanes with it. Able to win it back. Chambers will fire it in deep. Lebucky with it. Sent up now, and chance coming for the Bedford Bandits as they have it up the right side. Ferguson loses his man now. The Bandits out in front now on the doorstep. Still loose there. They score. And it looks to be Drew Cameron who finds the back of the net for the 17th time this season. So the Bandits able to retake their 1-goal lead. Now Cameron has it, one back. Here's Ferguson. Passed up now, that time gets broken up by Cameron. Able to drop it back now. Up the left side to Burke. Able to get a poke on it. And icing called on the play. Icing called on the play, so we'll go down the other way. 3:33 left to go here in the second period. 1-1 hockey, 2-1 hockey game now, in favor of the hometown Bedford Bandits. 30-20 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're off. One back by the Hurricanes. Corkum tees it up. One-timer off the post. Still loose there in the blue paint, and that one somehow stays out of the back of the net. Now here come the Bandits. Broken up on the play, now into the corner. Picked up by Corkum now around the boards. That one just goes wide of Churchill. Comes out to center ice now. Passed up through to Stewart. Stewart sends that one over far side. Hit there from Corkum. Now down low along the boards. Broken up on the play. Sent out. Now it's picked up by the Western Hurricanes once again. Skating this one up. Up the right side. That one will get sent down by Corkum. Dion trying to work his way in on Harris. Tied up there into the corner. Now along the boards. Tied up once again. Trying to work it down low. Hit on the play that time. Now Dimmel picks it up there. Dimmel works it now back to Corkum. A shot that time into the protective netting. There's going to be a penalty coming up here. And the Bedford Bandits are going to get the penalty here for head contact. So Levi Harris, 4 minutes for head contact here. So a lengthy power play opportunity here for the Western Hurricanes. Referee lets him know. Far side after Hayes was giving some slashes to, I believe, Dimmel. Now off the draw, down low. Picked up and sent around the boards. Canuck able to hold the line, just squeaks out. Sent over far side to Dimmel. Dimmel can't hang on to it. Now a shorthanded chance coming for the Bedford Bandits. In the late stages of the period. Shot there. That one goes high of the net. Now tied up down low. The Bandits have it sent around the boards. Now Tenwold with it. Knocks his man off the puck as they fall down to the ice. Now tied up along the boards that time. So there's still a player on the ice. Now it'll get blown down by the officials. 2:03 left to go here in the second period. 3:29 to go on the man advantage for the Hurricanes. 2-1 Bandits your score. 31-20 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Face-off will go far side across from the Bandits bench. Now a chance going for the Western Hurricanes, though tied up once again by Labuki, far side. Now here are the Bandits in their own end, passing this one up through, able to clear the zone on the play, sorry. Now McMullen will clear that one out to the corner. And it looked like there was a bit of head contact into the corner that time, but no penalty coming off it. Now Blinn trying to work his way in, cleared way to the corner. Now trying to work it out in front, tied up on the play. Corkum has it, working it down low once again. Here's Bennett. Bennett trying to work it out in front. Pass that time, gets broken up once again. Cameron passed up through, gets blocked on the play. Now sent over to Labuki. He tees it up to clear the puck. Played aside by McMullen. Now into the corner. It's picked up by Corkum. Chase Corkum. The late stages of the period, he'll pass that one up to Tenwold. Now it's picked up by the Bandits as they have it in their own end. I want to get cleared away once again, but batted down by Corkum. We're in the final minute of play here in the second period. Now Corkum skating this one up through. Chase Corkum on the attack, staying on side. Corkum drops it back. Now along the wall, swiping at it. Now Donchron back to Dimmel. Dimmel able to work it back over. Shot that time, stopped by the goaltender. Now into the side of the net. Now Corkum with it. Still battling down there. Donchron frees it up. The Bandits look to work off of it. As Cameron has it poked away. Once again, now Tenwold. Tenwold into the slot. A shot that time. Stopped by the goaltenders. Tenwold falls down to the ice. Broken up once again. Dimmel with it. Back to Canuck. Back over to Dimmel. Dimmel riding the blue line with it still. Bear Dimmel splits the D. Dimmel off a deflection in front. Loose on the side of the net. Trying to put it home. And Doucette playing a phenomenal game. Makes another big couple of saves that time. 10 seconds to go. The Hurricanes fire that one in. Can't get a good shot off. Canuck unable to hold the line that time. McMullen will play it over to Dimmel. And that's going to do it. 2 periods of completed hockey action here in the Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League. It's a hometown Bedford Bandits who lead it 2-1. Shots on goal 35-20 in favor of the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes will have 1:26 to go on the man advantage as we come back here for the third period of play. Until then, stay safe. Alrighty, hockey fans, we're back here for the third period of play in today's Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League game. My name's Easton Shoup. Welcome you back inside the Greenfoot Energy Center Pad B between the visiting Western Hurricanes and the hometown Bedford Bandits. Corkum now up the right side, trying to work his way in. Corkum a shot that time, gets blocked through the lane. Hurricanes still on the power play for another minute 10. Now McMullen sends this one around the other way. That's picked up by Dimmel. Work back for Corkum. Corkum turns this one around the other way. Now over to the left. Passed up through to Dimmel. Dimmel back over to Wynot. Colton Wynot now over the red line. Dishes this one off for D'Entremont. D'Entremont works his way in. Gets it taken away from him though. Can't be kept in by Wynot. Mullen plays this one aside. Now a chance for the Western Hurricanes. Corkum over far side. D'Entremont now over to Dion. Dion now near the point, able to work it down low. Here's Tenwold. Tenwold shot on goal. They score! Henrik Tenwold power play goal just a minute and 5 seconds into the period, and we're all evened up at 2 apiece. Tenwold puts home his 6th of the season on the power play. We're all tied up at 2 apiece. He beats Doucette upstairs. 36-20, the shots in favor of the Hurricanes, and they're able to even it up on the power play. Cameron tries to play it quick off the draw. Now it's played aside for Dion. Dion tries to jam that one up. Now Churchill will fire that one in. Now it's picked up by Labuki. Labuki up the left side. Labuki still with it. Sent over far side. That one off the skate. Now over far side, trying to work their way in. Hit there on the play. Shot that time, just goes wide of the net. Now here's Blinn. Martin Blinn trying to work his way in. Blinn over the blue line now on the attack. Martin Blinn takes a hit on the play. Down low now for Cameron. Cameron dishes this one off. Caught in the feet of the referee down there. Now here's Blinn. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes. Still on the attack, brought down to the ice. The Bandits finally take possession of it. Now a chance for Bennett. Bennett's shot that time just goes wide. Now a chance for McLean. McLean around the boards now, picked up by the Bandits. Broken up on the play. Taking a bump. Here's Burke. Maddox Burke with it. Up through now. Burke loses it. Now a chance going the other way for D'Entremont. D'Entremont skating this one onside. Now over to McKenzie. McKenzie shots up at the goaltender. Rebound for D'Entremont. Just goes wide. Played out back in front. Can't find the back of the net. Hit there on the play. D'Entremont and Dion with the assists on that 10-1 goal. Now here's Camus skating this one up through on the attack. Camus working it out in front. Played aside by McMullen. Now up the right side. Here come the Western Hurricanes. Passed up through, broken up on the play. Now hit there in open ice. The Bandits trying to go forward off of it. Now Ayotte gets that one caught up in the feet of Canuck. Down low, here's Camus. Camus gets pinned up along the boards, tries to play to side, sent around the boards by D'Entremont. Now to the corner, Harris with it. Down low, D'Entremont will pick it back up for the Western Hurricanes. Now here they are. Parsons will fire that one back in on the doorstep now. Here's a chance for Canuck. Canuck makes him fall down to the ice. Now still battling. Now here's D'Entremont. Chase D'Entremont. Dish this one off. Back to D'Entremont. D'Entremont can't hang on to it though. Now here's Camus. Camus backhand shot that time. Stopped by McMullen. .16:40 to go here in the third period. 37-20. The shots in favor of the Hurricanes. 2-2 score here on High Button Sports. For even more action of the High Button Nova Scotia U15 Major Hockey League O-Zone face-off coming up here for the Bedford Bandits. One back by the Hurricanes along the boards. Picked up by Blinn. Can't hang on to it cleanly though. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Tenwold down low to Corkum. Chase Corkum now passes this one up to Wynot. Wynot tries to find Dimmel as he gives him a good pass. Down low, here's Dimmel into the corner. Dimmel tied up on the play, back to the point for Corkum. Corkum can't hold the line cleanly. Now here come the Bedford Bandits. Skating this one up through. Tries to pass it over. Broken up though on the play. Now Martin Blinn has it. Dished up to the right side. Now here's Dimmel. Bear Dimmel trying to work his way in. Bear Dimmel shot on goal that time. Stopped by the goaltender. Now out to the corner. Now it's picked up by Tenwold. Taking a hit on the play. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Picked up now by Blinn. Mark-Sam Blinn with it. Sent over. Now here's Robertson. Robertson sends this one over. Now the Bandits able to work this one off once again. Now here's Chandler as Dimmel lays him out in open ice. Shot that time goes wide. Now this one will be picked up by Tenwold going up the left side. Gets it poked away from him. Corkum able to fire it in. That's picked up by Doucette, sent around the boards. Now it's picked up Donchmont, trying to fight for possession there. Bennett will fire that one on net. Caught up in the slot on the side of the net. McKenzie works it down low for Bennett. Now down low behind the net. Hit there on the play. Broken up once again. Now on the side of the net, out in front. Stopped by the goaltender. Once again, out in front, they score! Chase Corkum! Corkum puts home his 5th of the season. And the Western Hurricanes take the lead for the first time this evening. Western Hurricanes on the 40th shot of the evening find the back of the net. It's now 3-2. That's one back by the Hurricanes. Over to Canuck. Canuck puts on the brakes, turns this one the other way. Alex Canuck skating this one up through. Over the red line, fires it in. That was a big momentum shift for the Western Hurricanes, getting 2 within the first 5 minutes of this third period. Now battling there into the corner. Freed up by Santo out in front now. Dion can't hang on to it. Now a chance going the other way for Young. Here come the Bandits on the attack. Now it's picked up by the Hurricanes over to Bennett. Bennett with it now. Trying to find a man going up through as Dion gets that one poked away. Now the Bandits with it. Sent around the boards. Trying to work their way in. Caught up in the feet. Tangled up once again. The Hurricanes still with it. Is Hughes. Hughes will work it into the corner. Fires that one on goal. Stopped by Doucette with ease. Now Canuck can't hold the line that time. Loose puck race going the other way. Canuck will pick it up with ease. He's brought down to the ice into the corner. Nothing going. Canuck will lay a hit now. Out in front now. A shot that time. Blocked in front. Another shot. That one stopped by McMullen. Another shot stopped by McMullen. Rebound again. And another save by Joseph McMullen. Bedford applied the pressure right back to the Hurricanes, but Joseph McMullen makes 3 huge stops on the play. Keeps their lead at 3-2. 13:54 left to go in the third period. 40-23 now the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. Puck is dropped now. One back for Harris. Harris, that pass is broken up on the play. Now for the Hurricanes, over to Tenwold now. Henrik Tenwold trying to work his way into the slot now. Gets it poked away from him. Dimmel will work it down low now. Tenwold now with possession once again as he takes a hit. Out in front now, broken up, cleared away by the Bandits. One-time shot, stopped by the goaltender and into the chest protector. Now an ozone face-off coming up here for the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're off. One back by the Hurricanes for Blinn. Martin Blinn, shot on goal through traffic, stopped by the goaltender. Now battled upon into the corner. Now it's picked up. Back to Blinn. Martin Blinn, a shot on goal on the doorstep. Now to the backhand. Stopped by Doucette. No one there to punch home the rebound. And Doucette able to swallow it up with 13:17 now to go here in the third. Ozone faceoff coming up once again for the Western Hurricanes with 13:17 to go in the third. Linesman drops the puck as we're off. Brought back for the Hurricanes, fired in deep. Now down low, McKenzie knocks him off the puck. Passed up through to Camus. Jackson Camus trying to beat his man. Camus trying to cut to the front of the net. Camus has shot that time. Goes high of the net. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Can't hang on to it cleanly. Now trying to sweep in with it. McKenzie gets tied up on the play. Doucette will easily hang on to that one for the Bandits to get a stoppage of play. O-zone face-off coming up here for the Western Hurricanes. Face-off will go to the right of Doucette. It's one back by the Bedford Bandits now as they'll fire that one around the boards. Now Churchill tries to jam it home. Able to keep it in the zone. Now the Bandits able to pass this one up through. Now here's Ferguson, backhand that time. Pass is blocked by Camus. Now he picks it up. Shot that time goes wide. McLean now a shot sent in, but broken up by Knock. Now picked up by Camus once again. Working it down low to O'Coin. O'Coin sent out in front. Goes off the ref. Now down low once again. Here's Camus. Camus tries to work it back to the point, working their way in. A shot that time goes high. Now Camus works it down low for Ayotte. Ayotte out in front, a shot that time. And it's stopped by McMullen. A rebound comes out. Can't hold the line. And the Hurricanes able to get a much needed change here on the play. Now passed up through, broken up by Hughes. Staying on side and a huge hit there at the blue line. Hughes able to get back up on his own strength. Now it's picked up by Camus. Camus in his own end now. Skating this one up through. Camus still with it. Pass broken up on the play for the Bandits. Tenwell will poke that one in down low behind the net. Now into the corner. The Hurricanes battling. Work down low once again. Now back for the Hurricanes. Dimmel back to Corkum. Corkum walks in with a shot on the doorstep. Now why not? That one just gets caught up in his feet. Now a chance going the other way for the Bedford Bandits. Dished off to Camus. Jackson Camus passes it over. Walking in with a shot punched away by McMullen. Now Camus sends it out in front. Broken up on the play, sorry. Dimmel able to work it up once again. Now it's picked up once again. Here's Labuki. Labuki still with it in the neutral zone. Skating this one up through. Now it's picked up by Corkum. Corkum trying to find Dimmel. Passed up through. Passed up through. That one gets fired in. Stopped by the goaltender. Now the Bandits send that one back in. Broken up on the play. Out in front. Bennett has it. Now here comes Dallas Bennett. Has Tenwell with him. Tenwell decides to go for a change. Bennett all alone. A shot that time. Gets redirected behind the net. Now caught up on the back of the net that time. And just as it comes free, the referee blew his whistle. 10:36 to go here in the third period. 3-2 the score in favor of the Western Hurricanes as they lead in the shot compartment as well. 44-28. O-zone faceoff coming up here for the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're off. Tied up along the boards. Working it down low now. McKenzie will give him a bump along the boards that time. Broken up on the play. Now sent around, down low. The Bandits with it. Up the left side here, the Bedford Bandits with it. Broken up on the play, caught up in the feet. Now still battling for possession. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Does that look to be offside, but no call. Now into the corner. Here's Bennett. Bennett gets tied up on the play, freed up. Now Parsons has shot that time out in front, stopped by the goaltender. Now hit there on the play. Tied up along the boards, trying to free it up as it does come free, sorry. Now out in front into the slot. Backhand shot that time, redirected out to the corner. Blinn able to pass that one over to Donchwant. Donchwant knocks him off. Now here's McKenzie. McKenzie tries to pass it up. Pass gets blocked once again. Now poked out to center ice. The Hurricanes able to get a couple new forwards out there now. Passed up through. Ferguson with it. Pass that time. It's broken up once again. Now here's a chance for Brex Dion. Skating it in. Dion loses control of it. Now into the corner. It's picked up by the Bandits. Now sent around the boards once again. Under halfway. Just over halfway through, sorry. This third period. Now here come the Bandits skating this one up through. It's Burke. Maddox Burke trying to work his way in. Burke. Knock tries to knock him off the puck. Unable to now. Burke able to drop it off for Cameron. Cameron shot that time. That one goes way up into the protective netting now. O-zone faceoff is won back by Parsons. Parsons shot through. That one gets redirected out to the corner now. Picked up by the Bandits down low now. Hit there on the play, pinned up by two Hurricanes. The Bandits still with possession though, back to the point. Able to work it along the half wall. Backhand pass out in front into the slot. Now shot stopped by the goaltender. Rebound, they score! Appears to be Jonathan Stewart leading the way for the Bedford Bandits. And it is. Jonathan Stewart puts home his 4th of the season for the Bedford Bandits. And we're all tied up once again at 3 apiece. 44-31 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. Faceoff will come to center ice now. Puck drop now as we're off. It's won back by the Bandits as we're all tied up now. Sent in. Now along the boards. Broken up on the play. Now back to Hayes. He'll fire it in. That one crashes hard off the boards. Now Canuck trying to work it up. Now to Chambers tries to find Bennett. Broken up though on the play by Cameron. Now to Ayotte. Ayotte avoids a hit in open ice. Now a chance for the Bandits. Sent over. That one goes off the skate. Now down low. Trying to work it out in front. Shot there. Stopped by McMullen. Loose in the blue paint. McMullen able to cover it up. .8:12 now to go here in the third period. Ozone faceoff coming up for the Bandits. Puck drop now as we're off. It's won back by the Bandits. Back to the point. Shot through. That one stopped by McMullen with the chest. Ozone faceoff now coming up for the Bedford Bandits once again. Shot stopped by the goaltender that time. Now Dimmel picks up the rebound for the Hurricanes. Skating this one up. Broken up on the play once again in front of the penalty box. Tenwell tries to jam it up to Dimmel. That pass is broken up. Now over to Hughes in his own end. Hughes up the left side to Wynot. Wynot up to Tenwell now. Tenwell can't hang on to that one cleanly. Broken up and fired back in. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. Turning around the other way. Now here are the Bandits with it. Passed up through to the right side. That pass is broken up now once again. Now Camus has it down low. Camus out in front now, a chance. Stopped by the goaltender. The rebound has nothing going. 7:32 to go here in the third period. 44-35 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. 3-3 hockey game. Ozone faceoff coming up here for the Bedford Bandits. Linesman drops the puck now as we're off along the boards that time up to Dion. Brex Dion skating this one up through. Dion on the attack. Brex Dion working his way in. Whiffs on the shot that time. Now it's picked up by the Bandits in their own end. It's Labuki with it now. Labuki with it. Can't hang on to it cleanly. Able to get it back. Now a chance here for the Bandits. Here's Burke. And that one gets called offside late. Now some pushing and shoving afterwards into the corner now. That was a very late whistle that time. Definitely offside. But came really late. And that led to some pushing and shoving here. Face-off will go right in front of the Western Hurricane bench. 7:06 to go in the third. Puck is dropped now. It's won back by the Hurricanes. Corcoran able to pass this one over. Now here's Dion. Brex Dion up through. Up the left side. Now Dion drops this one over. Now here's O'Hearn. Now going the other way. Here's a chance for the Bedford Bandits to take back their lead. Burke has shot that time and it's stopped by McMullen. .650 now to play here in the third period. Puck drop now as we're off the draw, tied up. Now this one into the corner, hit there on the play. Now up through to Chambers. He takes a huge hit there along the boards. looked a little high. Now to Parsons at the point, able to work it down low. Behind the net now, hit there on the play. From behind, nothing going. Now here come the Western Hurricanes, skating this one up through. It's Bennett. Bennett on the attack with him. Has Chandler right on his back. He's able to work that one down low. Bennett back out in front now on the side of the net. That one finds the back of the net. How in the world did that one squeak by? But the Western Hurricanes will take it and take a 4-3 lead. And a cross-check afterwards. And that Hurricane player seems to be injured. I didn't see who got the goal for the Hurricanes. It seems to be either Lucas Chambers or Carson McKenzie down in front of the net. Head coach Ryan O'Toole will bring his guys over. So it seems to be a Lucas Chambers. He's able to get up on his own strength, but he seems to be in quite a bit of pain. And doesn't look to be any penalty coming here. So there is going to be a penalty here. I missed it. Beckett Schlender is going to go to the box. 4 minutes for spearing. So the Hurricanes score with 6:16 left to go in the third to take a 4-3 lead. And now they get a 4-minute power play, and this will be huge for them. So now to center ice, the referee and the linesman still having a discussion. This one tied up off the draw. Now it's picked up, cleared away by the Bandits. Doesn't go too far now. It's picked up by the Hurricanes as they have it. Once again, one not able to work it up. Now a chance for Dimmel up to Tenwold now, caught up in the feet. Passed up through. That one splits right through the Hurricane defenders. Tied up now into the slot. Now broken up on the play, sent around the boards. That one gets kept in. Now up through. That pass is broken up on the play. Now a chance up for the Bandits as they're having quite the penalty kill here as they're working the offense and their momentum here. Now here's Tenwold. Now here's the chance for Tenwold. Tied up now along the boards. Now tied up. This one will now come out to center ice. Here's Corkum. Corkum over to Dimmel. Barrett Dimmel now with it. Drops it back for Corkum. Corkum with it. Up to Dimmel now. Dimmel takes a bump in open ice now. Here's the chance for Tenwold. Tenwold trying to work his way in. Tenwold gets that one poked away, able to get it back. Tenwold a shot on goal that time. Stopped by Doucette. 5:03 left to go here in the third period. 45-36 the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes, who lead at 4-3. 2:47 on the man advantage left to go here for the Western Hurricanes. Puck drop now as we're off. It's one back. Blinn has it, able to work it over to Churchill, or Canuck, sorry. That one rings off the post. Now along the boards, broken up on the play. That one will get cleared away by the Bedford Bandits. Still on the penalty kill. McMullen will opt for the whistle here with 4:48 to go in the third. .232 left on the man advantage for the Hurricanes. Ozone face-off here for the Bandits as we're off. It's picked up by the Hurricanes, now picked up by Labuki for the Bedford Bandits, sorry. Labuki trying to work his way in, short-handed. Labuki is shot that time, goes wide of the net. Now Camus takes a hit along the boards, brought down to the ice, caught up under him by the looks of it. And this one comes out to center ice, passed over. Now here are the Bandits with it. In the neutral zone, now on their own end. Sent over to Robertson. Robertson passed up through. Batted down by Canuck. Canuck has it. Now there's Dion. Dion works it over to Bennett. Bennett a shot on goal that time, punched away by Doucette. Now here's Santo. Now tripped up on the play, nothing going on the play. Now here the Bedford Bandits staying on side, just barely now into the corner down low, less than 4 to go here in the third period. Now going up the right side is Blinn. Blinn able to work that one over to Donchmont. Still on the power play, now Chase Donchmont with it, trying to work his way in. Donchmont behind the net. That's picked up by the Western Hurricanes. Out in front, that one goes wide of the net. Now able to work it back to the point. Sent over. One-time shot that time, and a beautiful stop by Doucette. Rebound now still there, and that one's under Doucette. Great one-timer that time from Tenwold, but Doucette there to shut the door. 49-37, the shots in favor of the Western Hurricanes. 4-3 score in favor of the Hurricanes. 1:13 left on Beckett Schlender's spearing penalty. Puck is dropped now as we're off. Down low, the Bandits take a hit along the boards. Still battling now. Back to Corkum. Corkum a shot that time, goes wide. Now back to Wynot. Wynot sends it down low. Now the Hurricanes work it out in front of the net, stopped by the goaltender. Rebound now picked up by the Hurricanes. Back to Corkum. Corkum works it down low once again. The Hurricanes have it. Able to work it over to Wynot, can't hang on to it cleanly. Now chance, 2-on-1 shorthanded for the Bandits. Worked over to Burke. Burke is shot shorthanded, stopped by McMullen. Another shot on goal that time. And what a great shorthanded chance for the Bandits, but McMullen shuts the door that time. Still broken up near the blue line. Now here's Tenwold. Henrik Tenwold passed up through, gets blocked. Now it's picked up by Ayotte. Ayotte with it. Tangled up on the play. Now here's Tenwold. Tenwold dishes it off for Donchmont. Passed up through. Now a chance for Bear Dimmel up the right side. Dimmel trying to work his way in. Dimmel to the front of the net there. Shot stopped by the goaltender. And he'll cover it up. 2:24 left to go in the third. 8 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Western Hurricanes. 51-38 the shots in favor of the Hurricanes. 4-3 hockey game. Puck drop now as we're off. It's one back for Blinn. Martin Blinn sends this one over. Ferguson walks in. Shot stopped by Doucette. Rebound now. It's picked up by the Bandits. We're back to even strength now. Now it's picked up by Ferguson. So we're back to even strength. Doucette will probably soon head to the bench for the Bedford Bandits. We approach the 2-minute mark in the third period. Now the Bandits try and jam it along the half wall. Back to the point. Shot blocked that time. Just barely comes out now for Chambers. Chambers back on the ice after he got hurt on that spearing penalty. Now caught up in the play. Broken up once again. Now the Hurricanes try and clear the zone, diving for it. Now caught up, cleared away by the Hurricanes, just to the blue line though. This is kept in, now along the boards. Martin Blinn looks to clear the zone. The Hurricanes look to clear the zone. It's jammed out to center ice. Broken up that time on the play from Chambers, but the Bandits still with it. Broken up once again, now Lucas Chambers with it. Over to Bennett now, caught up in his feet. Now Corkum will break it up once again. Along the boards over there, Corkum takes a hit on the play. Now going the other way is the Western Hurricanes. Tenwold tries to work his way in. Tenwold gets a penalty to his credit. Now Corkum works it in. Deflection shot on the doorstep. They score! But the whistle went first. That one should count. The referee blew it down quickly. So that Hurricane goal doesn't count, but they get a power play out of it. It didn't look like the Bandits had possession of it. So 1:11 to go in the third. And a timeout's going to be called by the Bedford Bandits here. So we'll take a brief break in the action. We'll be right back here after the timeout. Alrighty, hockey fans, we're back here after the timeout. So the Hurricanes to the power play, which could be an advantage for them, especially if the goaltender goes to the bench. Now the Hurricanes on the power play, trying to win the face-off. It's won back by the Bandits. Sent around the boards for Camus. Camus able to work it back out to center ice. Blinn will fire that one in. Now it's picked up by Labuki. Labuki with it. Splitting the D. That one broken up on the play. Now a chance for the Bandits. It's Burke. Burke now down low out in front that time. Just cleared away. Skate saved by McMullen. Extra attacker now out there for the Bandits, as now the Hurricanes can't come up with that one cleanly. Hit there on the play. Now Cameron working it out in front. That one gets deflected behind the net. Rings off the iron. Now it's picked up along the boards. Broken up on the play. Dimmel will fire at the empty net. A shot there. That one just goes wide. And icing called on the play. .6 seconds left to go in regulation time. 4-3 the score for the Western Hurricanes. They lead in the shots 53-38. They're still on the power play, and they will be for the rest of this game unless they ice it with the empty netter. Now that one gets cleared away by the Western Hurricanes. So this is what you need to do. You're up 4-3 on the number 4 seed in the Hockey League. You need all 3 points, so why not just bore them and keep icing this puck? .24 seconds now to go in regulation time. Linesman set to drop the puck as we're off the draw now. It's picked up by the Hurricanes. They look to clear it, unable to now. Back to the point for Labuki. Labuki works it over. Broken up on the play, caught up in the feet. Now taken away by the Hurricanes. Fired at the empty net. Off the post. Now it's picked up along the boards. Santo works it out in front. Now picked up by the Bandits. 5 seconds to go. Kept in at the blue line. Fired in at the blue line. A shot, they score! Chase Corkum calls game. His second of the game and his 6th of the season. And the Western Hurricanes, who would have thought the 19 Western Hurricanes are going to make the trip down the 103 to Bedford and skate away with 3 points on home ice. So referees at center ice getting set to drop the puck. I'm not sure what we're waiting for here. So the referees are going to get together here. I think Bedford might be wondering if that one came out of the zone, or maybe since it rung off the iron, it should have been icing. But we'll see what the ruling is here. They're getting together. I'm not quite sure what they're talking about, though, but it seems to be a bit of a lengthy discussion here in front of the timekeeper's booth. There's no goal on the play. I'm not sure why there's no goal here. So I'm not sure how this exactly works. I don't even know what they're talking about, though. That's the thing I'm confused about. Seems to be a lengthy discussion there at the Hurricane bench.
is at 111. His penalty's at 111. I'm just trying to do the math to get it back on the clock. So 111. He's in there until the end of the game. The full 16 seconds. 12.2, okay? Not 15, not added on to what was left.
So 12.2 seconds will be added onto the clock here. No goal. So the Hurricanes still lead 4-3.
That's all I can do. I can't point points. Okay?
So it'll be center ice face-off. Goaltender to the bench for the Bedford Bandits. So center ice face-off here. Tied up off the draw, cut up in the feet. That one comes out to center ice. Now it's picked up by the Bandits. 7 seconds to go. Labuki has to make something quick. It's picked up by the Bandits. 3 seconds to go. Up the wall. And now it's finally over. The Western Hurricanes steal this one from the Bedford Bandits. Martin Blinn just got a misconduct at the end of the game. And I'm not sure why they didn't take them both. But what a win for the Western Hurricanes. Skating their way in. And that's going to do it. So 4-3 final here from the Greenfoot Energy Center. Pad D for My Button Sports. My name is Easton Shoup. Thanks for tuning in this evening. Until next time, stay safe.